Join Premier Heating and Air in honoring our heroes all month long. And as a Memorial Day celebration, Premier Heating and Air is offering up to $2,000 off on higher efficiency systems. Log on to premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Restrictions may apply. Cannot be combined with other offers. Expires 5/31/2026. Hello everyone, we welcome into the studios today. This is John Martin with Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine. John, so good to see you. It's so good for you to be able to come into studios and talk a little bit during our Aging American special. We're all getting a little bit older, right, John?
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
We need to look at some things.
Definitely getting a little older, but still feeling good. So
awesome, man. I hear you. It's great to get out and get active, but every now and then, John, I feel a little twinge in places. I have to kind of think about and call on you and maybe get a little advice on something I've tweaked or
that's right.
Something going on. You always give me good advice and you're always ready to help everyone.
Well, you're doing the right things, Ron. You're trying to stay fit, going to the gym and working out. But even people that are in shape, get injuries, doing yard work, working around their house.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year, we're in spring now, but people are coming off being in the winter months, especially our senior adults. They kind of want to stay shut in a little bit more, shelter from the cold, and the weather's a little bit more dreary. So they try and get out and start working in their yards. Try and do some weeding and working with their flowers, and you see people trying to rake the yard. Sometimes we see back injuries and knee pain from squatting down that they hadn't done. So we see a lot of people coming into the office for arthritic joints and back pain this time of year for sure.
We always say it's easy enough to get a prescription. It's easy enough to call your primary doctor probably and say, hey, I got this going on. They may want you to come in, give you the once over, and then you tell them Rehab Advantage where I want to go. I want to get checked out. I need to work on my shoulder. You do a lot of shoulders, don't you?
Absolutely, we do. So, seeing your primary doctor is important. Medicare beneficiaries have to have a referral to come to physical therapy. People that are on private insurance can come in for up to 8 visits in a 3-week cycle and see if we can help them. And then if they're doing well, or maybe they're not quite all the way well, then they have to go see their physician. That's the state law of Georgia to continue the referral pattern. So, but I do think that it's important to see your doctor. That way you can take x-rays, or maybe you need MRI for something that will pre-screen you before you come see us. Of course, I think one thing is we're talking about shoulders. It's interesting that you bring that up, is because Olivia Martin is our occupational therapist who specializes in shoulders, and today we're celebrating OT month, and she is actually on social media today, so you get a chance, you want to go click on her post. She's our expert in shoulder care.
She is.
Yeah.
Man, she has such a good reputation now. She does a great job. You all provide whomever the physical therapist in Rehab Advantage continued education. It's a constant learning process.
Absolutely. So all of our therapists know how to work shoulders well. I think where Olivia's certainly carved out a specialty is the doctors really trust her for the new surgeries that are out, the rotator cuff repairs. Total shoulder reversal now is really popular if rotator cuff surgeries fail. And people are getting great results. It used to be people couldn't lift their arm this high, but the way they're going now, they can lift the arm all the way up. They'll be able to put things in the cabinet, and they have strength. It does take some time to develop that, but Olivia's really got a great protocol for that.
Yeah, that is amazing. It's amazing things as they progress, and it's amazing the processes that you all have to offer, and you just stay cutting edge. But more so, I guess, back and knees would be, probably the main 3 things that a lot of folks have problems with.
Absolutely. So back pain is about 50% of what we see, and certainly a lot of people trying to avoid surgery. The back's very limiting and debilitating if you're trying to work. A lot of people have trouble riding long distance in a car because of compression, prolonged sitting. People that are getting older, Ron and myself, over 50 years old, a lot of people develop some stenosis, and so that causes people trouble when they do prolonged standing and prolonged walking. People say, hey, I have back pain and it's kind of hurting me, and you'll see a lot of people in the grocery store pushing a cart, and they're actually not pushing it. They're kind of lean forward and
Yeah.
riding on it.
Yeah.
And that's because that space in their back has gotten somewhat narrow, and that pressure from spinal stenosis is causing pain. So, but if they flex forward, it opens that space and takes pressure off the
about
nerve
that?
root. So those are some of the things we teach in physical therapy, but we also try and build strength so you don't get that pressure on that nerve root. And so that helps people immensely, and we have good success with that. Also, people that have lumbar disc problem, a bulging disc or herniated disc,
Yeah.
there's certain exercises we can do to alleviate that pain. And super successful. You know, most people that come in to do traditional physical therapy, you're looking at 75 to 85% of the people are going to improve. And of course, in our office, we're taking some advanced techniques that not all offices use. And one of them is dry needling to that area, which is an acupuncture needle that we use to insert, and it helps fight inflammation by creating some inflammation. And everywhere we put that, it helps reduce inflammation in the back.
Yeah.
Can be done in the shoulder and the knees as well.
Yeah.
So that is something we've continued to use for the last 8 years, and really effective.
People don't really understand how inflammation affects your body, do they?
They don't, you know, it's underlying. Like sometimes people might want to come and kind of get a quick fix. A dry needle will make it feel great. But the body still has underlying inflammation, and we have to work on their strength and their muscular endurance so it doesn't recur. And so that's kind of a long-term game. If you're really going to physical therapy, you're trying to get completely well, it usually takes about 14 to 16 visits, 2 to 3 times a week, to build strength to help people get over it for the long haul. Our goal at Rehab Advantage is not just to help you for that pain in that one moment, but it's for the rest of your life. Like, I would like to rehab you and then you not need to come back and see us, right?
Yeah.
That you're completely well. So that part is a process, and our team has gotten very good about teaching people what to do and how to do at home, and we want to do good follow-up with them after they're finished with us and kind of track our patients.
Yeah, we talked about, back, and then a lot of people have problems with hip or hip flexors, I hear.
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, the hip joint, once we get to 30 years of age, testosterone starts to go down in people, and we start to lose muscle strength. Even if you've been working out in the gym, you can try and maintain it, but for those of us that aren't, the hips is one of the main things that becomes weak. It's not something we normally use on a regular basis in our society. There's more sitting, there's more straightforward walking, but our hip internal and external rotators aren't used as much. And so we see a lot of weakness through the hips. And if your hips are weak and you have some arthritic joints, then people start having a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Right. And so one of the primary treatments for that is to try some physical therapy first. Right. And some people will get where their hip hurts, and they'll get bursitis on one side, and those tendons trying to tighten up.
Right.
And that gets inflamed. So dry needling is good for that. We also have a new modality out now, and it's good for the back. It's also good for the hip. It's called stem wave, and it actually activates stem cells. It's a shock wave therapy, and it penetrates deep into the body, you know, all the way down to the bone. It activates your cells to help fight inflammation, and so it's actual stem cells that it activates.
It's incredible.
It is incredible. Most people, Ron, are getting on the initial treatment, get a 15 to 30% pain reduction just with the one treatment.
Wow.
And so a series really can. Even people with arthritis in their back and their spine, they go through a series. It's a little bit longer because it's a chronic pain. Typically about 14 visits, and then sometimes they can come back maybe once a month, once every 2 months, and get one touch-up treatment just to keep those cells activated, keeps their pain low.
Yeah.
And
yeah. We got a little short video. Can we show that?
yeah, absolutely.
Here we go.
Allow me to introduce you to one of the latest, most effective advancements in medical science, stem wave. This incredible device is the result of many years of research and development and is changing the game for medical providers everywhere. StemWave works by creating a spark in water, which generates powerful, targeted acoustic waves that penetrate deep into the tissue. These waves work at a cellular level to generate a variety of different biological responses, such as alleviating pain, decreasing inflammation, and improving range of motion. Now, there have been similar technologies studied all over the world for years, but unlike many others, StemWave is the only device that uses our custom-designed cellular response technology, or CRT for short. CRT makes it easier to target areas of pain, speed up treatment times, and get real results. How? Well, the acoustic waves emitted by StemWave create a uniquely large and powerful area of treatment inside the tissue, which is known as the focal zone. StemWave's focal zone is as much as 2 to 3 times larger than some competitors. Plus, the levels of energy within the zone can be as much as 5 to 10 times more powerful in regards to peak energy output. In other words, StemWave makes it easy to find pain and get results in a matter of minutes. This is where our cellular response technology comes into play. Patients don't feel much over non-injured areas, but once an area of injury, damaged tissue, or inflammation is hit, the patient feels it. This isn't painful, but patients will feel the power behind the device as the waves hit a precisely targeted area. And because the patient can actually feel the area of treatment, they're able to clearly communicate back to the provider where to focus, making treatments targeted and effective. This is known as patient-driven biofeedback. With over 25 levels of power, StemWave is able to meet patients at every stage of pain without anesthetics or numbing cream of any kind. Plus, StemWave's flexible membrane design easily contours over soft tissue, joints, and bone. This treatment versatility makes it effortless to help a larger group of those living with pain by addressing a variety of different patient cases. This includes areas of treatment like shoulders, knees, feet, hands, lower back, and more. In most cases, patients report a sense of improvement in just the first visit. Over an entire care plan, patients who qualify report over 80 to 90% improvement, measured by increased range of motion and decreased pain. This is why StemWave has become one of the fastest growing medical device companies in the industry, and why patients all over the country are seeking out StemWave as an alternative solution for their pain. But don't take my word for it. Listen for yourself.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Oh my gosh, well, this is gonna change my life. Oh my gosh, that's really amazing.
Are you kidding me? Good, yeah. I was like, boy, I told you, good stuff, man. Are you kidding me?
Holy cow is right. That's amazing.
It's crazy.
Makes me really happy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's pretty insane.
And that's about 300% better.
Amazing.
That's miraculous.
Don't you think? I mean, yeah, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, what a big difference.
Since having StemWave done, it's awesome.
I'm just amazed.
StemWave therapy, and it seems to be working. It's great.
This was the answer to my healing process that I've been searching for. I have no pain. When I walk, finally I got some resolution to this situation here.
It's our mission to improve the quality of living around the world by making StemWave the leading solution for those living with pain.
That's impressive, John. That would make someone want to just try it if no other reason.
Absolutely. It's definitely something to try. We have an introductory price, it's $49. And you know, if you can get a 30% pain reduction, if you come in and you say, John, my pain is at 8 or 9 out of 10, and we can reduce that by 30%, that's huge for somebody that can't sleep, they're in pain, they're tearful. It's certainly worth that.
Modality.
And you know, once again, traditional therapy, we're going to help people 75 to 85% of the time. You throw in a strong modality on top of that, we're way into the 90-95% helping people. And StemWave shows that most people that experience this 98% success rate, they're going to get some decrease in pain.
Yeah. What an awesome product. Again, you staying advanced in what you're offering so that you're able to help people. And you know, 2026, I mean, things are coming pretty fast.
Yes.
Improvements on ways to treat people, and that's one of the ways that you guys have stepped up the game again.
Absolutely. StemWave is outstanding. It is the most powerful modality that I've ever used since I've been in physical therapy, athletic training for 35 years, right?
Wow.
And so, really super. You combine that sometimes with the dry needling as well. If the muscle is in spasm, we can break that and reduce the pain. People are really happy with the results they're getting.
Yeah, it's great news. Take a short break. We'll be right back with John.
Hello, my name is Paris Williams with Take It to Paris Home Care, your structured family caregiving provider. If you have a disabled loved one that's on Medicaid, did you know that you can get paid? Give us a call at 478-772-3044. We have some amazing team members that will be happy to help you and walk you through this process of getting paid to take care of your loved one. Again, my name is Paris Williams with Take It to Paris Home Care.
Hi, this is Meg Greer Evans with Middle Georgia Estate Planning in Dublin, Georgia. If you need assistance with a power of attorney, healthcare directive, will or trust, or if you're thinking about long-term care planning for a nursing home one day, give us a call. We'd be glad to talk with you and see if we can help. Our phone number is 478-272-2885 or visit us online at middlegaestateplanning.com.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen. John, you're here on Hillcrest in Dublin. You are here at Harris Street in Sandersville, William Street.
That's right, William Street in Metter.
And coming soon.
And coming soon, we're going to be on the Pooler Parkway in Pooler, Georgia, right by the Costco. And so,
yeah, gosh, what a growing area that is.
Yeah, it's really growing like crazy, and we're hoping to have that project completed before the end of this year.
Beautiful.
And we're super excited about it. And our business is growing. You know, we've had a lot of younger therapists come through that work with us in high school. They've gone to school and gotten their undergraduates, and they've gotten their doctorates in physical therapy, and they're wanting to come back and work with us. And we so enjoy doing that. You know, the kids in the community, we welcome kids that want to come and shadow, and we go and speak to the schools about, you know, kids become physical therapists. But so now we've seen the fruits of that labor, right?
Awesome.
And so a lot of kids coming back, and they're young adults now. And
Sure.
Just amazing. So we have some new hires with us. So Brandon Bruton's from Dublin is working with us now. He's doing clinical director work in our Sandersville office.
Awesome.
We just added Jonathan Haygood. He's from Dublin here as well. He's got his doctorate in physical therapy. And we also have Allie Souza. She's got her doctorate in physical therapy, and they'll both be starting in the Dublin office real soon. So we're super excited about adding them to our team.
Yeah.
Of course, and we have just a vast array of great therapists. I think Jason Matthews is probably a rock star for people. He's really good with manipulation. He has his doctorate in physical therapy, so he does a lot of manipulation, good at dry needling, friendly guy, laughs at everything. He's everybody's best friend just about. He's real personable.
Yeah.
So, and Hobie Holmes is doctorate of physical therapy. He's our clinical director here in Dublin, and so he helps manage and does a fantastic job with everything he does. I'm trying to think who else is in that office. So we have physical therapy assistants, Jay Thomas and Seth Edge. They do a fine job and work well with our physical therapists to deliver the highest quality of care for all people that come in. Very personable guys.
Yeah, yeah. Many people know most, if not all, of those names and family. You attract very quality people, John. That says a lot about your business.
Absolutely. So I don't want to forget Olivia again. She's doing our occupational therapy.
Yeah.
Olivia Bethay is her occupational therapy assistant, and they work great together. They get super outcomes. Just really thrilled, and the orthopedic surgeons just love them because of how well they handle those shoulder surgeries.
Yeah, yeah. Orthopedic surgeons want results. They do the surgery. They want you to follow through. When results are produced, they go back to them for sure. Absolutely,
and they do more than just the shoulders. You know, they do a lot with the hands and the elbows. they're treating a lot of the athletes too for rotator cuff surgeries and elbow surgeries. You know, it's gotten popular now, but you see the Tommy John surgery for the ulnar collateral ligament for those throwing athletes, and so they've gotten good at rehabbing those, and so that is kind of popular. We prefer that the athletes come in and get physical therapy ahead of time and make sure that we avoid those surgeries.
Absolutely.
So, you know, really a lot of what we do is preventative medicine. We want to help people avoid unnecessary surgeries, medications and injections if we can.
Yeah.
So, Ron, I kind of think of it this way is, you know, if your body is hurting in some area, right?
Yeah.
That's a signal and a
It
sign,
is.
right? So, you know, I'm all about physical therapy in the body, but I'm not that good with my car. I'm not an auto mechanic. But when that check engine light comes on, I know I need to go right to the dealer and let the mechanic take a look at it. Right? It's the same way in our body. If you're having pain somewhere, there is some underlying inflammation that's being caused by something. Right? So we don't want to ignore it. That's the biggest cause of a greater injury is trying to ignore some underlying inflammation.
Yeah. And like you say, you put things off, it leads to another problem. If you have problems a little bit with your back, it may wind up in your hip or your knee. It shows up somewhere else a lot of times, right?
Right, sure. So a simple example is in the shoulder, if you're lifting your arm up and you're having pain in the shoulder, you get this high. Most of the time, that's some type of impingement, meaning this bone, the arm bone, is approaching the shoulder bone, the acromion, and it can cause a pinch. Well, it stops when you go down, right? You say, oh, I feel okay. But if you continue to work at that level and you're having that shoulder pain reproduce every time you do it, you're causing damage to those tissues underneath there. And eventually that can lead to a rotator cuff tear. So, very simple fix though, if we do the right shoulder exercises, within 6 to 8 weeks, that pain can be completely gone. Your shoulder motion's proper, you can lift your arm up without pain. You know, that's a success. Like, we want to head that surgery off, right? If those bones keep bumping into each other, eventually it's going to cause another bony formation, right? It's going to a bone spur. If that spur is sticking down and that rotator cuff muscle's in there, it's eventually going to cut a hole into that rotator cuff, right? So we don't want to ignore those symptoms. We want to address them and find out. And that's where a good physical therapy evaluation comes in, right?
That's right. Take another short break. We'll be right back with John.
Townsend Brothers Funeral Home has been serving our community since 1937. Our family will treat your family with grace, dignity, and heartfelt sincerity with an extraordinary level of professionalism. You are our friends, and it is a privilege to take care of you and your loved one in a time of need. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home, family owned and family focused. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home has been serving our community since 1937. Our family will treat your family with grace, dignity, and heartfelt sincerity with an extraordinary level of professionalism. You are our friends, and it is a privilege to take care of you and your loved one in a time of need. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home, family owned and family focused.
The Medical Center of Dublin is proud to provide families all over Middle Georgia with primary care services that are hard to find under one roof. Call on our team for the highest quality of health care, family medicine, women's health care, and urgent care open until 8 p.m. Walk-ins are always welcome. If you're sick today, you'll be seen today by one of our physicians. The Medical Center has been serving our community since 1964, providing quality medical care for the entire family. Medical Center, conveniently located on Hillcrest Parkway.
And we welcome you back again. John, you and Kevin have been here many years in our community. You fed into this community and the communities around us for how many years now?
Absolutely. So we started Rehab Advantage back in 2002. So Kevin Woods is my business partner, and great businessman, a good business mind, and a great physical therapist.
Yeah.
And, he's also certified in dry needling, and so we really try and learn everything that we want our therapists to do and know how to do, try and stay on top of the research and what's going on in our industry. And but Kevin and I, have been working at this 24 years now in private practice in Dublin. We're glad to say that it's grown. We're really excited about the growth with our younger therapists, and they're bringing in new ideas. They've learned to do things at school, and really delivering some exceptional care. And I have to tip our hat to the schools in Georgia, Georgia Southern's DPT program, Augusta University's, University of North Georgia, Emory, just a lot, and Mercer. Ross is trained at Mercer. I did forget to talk about Ross Miles. I don't want to forget to talk about him. So, Kevin and I hired Ross with the idea that he would become clinical director one day, and he has. And now that we have the Dublin, Sandersville, Metter, and going to Pooler, Ross is our regional director.
Nice.
And of course, he's really great with clinical therapy. He's also very good in business and how to manage and help people.
Yeah.
And so I think Kevin and I have really tried to do that, is to focus in on hiring the best people, right? And that is really what has been the trademark of our business.
Yeah.
It's quality people that really care if people get better or not.
Yeah, and beyond that, or basically on that, John, you seem to attract a good Christian base people. You seek that out, I guess.
Yeah, we do, and so Kevin and I are upfront about that. We have, he and I came together because we're both Christians and want to try and run our business in a Christ-like way, and we're trying to do that to the best of our human abilities. We're a little bit frail for sure, but we don't hide that in our interviews, and we talk about it openly. We like to pray before our staff meetings, and for the patients that are coming in, for each other, for our families, and for the communities that we're in. And so we've just been really blessed, I think, by doing that and trying to honor God in that.
Yeah. Huge advantage for you because of the character of the people that you have, the young people, the experienced people like Ross. That's what's made Rehab Advantage what it is today, that and hard work and staying abreast of the most current things. There's a lot on the horizon for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, so absolutely. So I think, the people is what makes it happen, and we believe that each person in our office, everybody has at least one really good gift, right? And so we want to try and get all those gifts on display and get the team to pull all their best gifts together, and that's really what helps the patients the most. We want to have a great experience from the front door all the way into the back where we're delivering the therapy and even our follow-up care. And having good people and taking their best gifts and getting that teamwork together, that synergy is really what makes it a special place.
Awesome. There's somebody out there who just seems daunting. They like to do it. They like to call their doctor. They'd like to come in. What do you say to that person who's feeling some things and would really like to come in, but not really sure, never had physical therapy?
Yeah, so I think physical therapy can be intimidating for some. People don't know what to wear or what to expect, and so I would say for that person, if you haven't tried it and you're a little bit anxious about it, don't be. Because it's really a place of healing, and certainly we're going to take you through some physical activities that will help you heal. We're not trying to cause any pain. We're trying to avoid anything that would cause you pain. And if anything, our office is focused on decreasing pain, restoring your range of motion, increasing your strength, and allowing you to meet the goal that you want to meet. Let's say if you come in and say, well, a lot of ladies say, hey, I want to be able to pick up my grandchild, right, with their backs hurting or their shoulders hurting.
Yeah.
Like, we're focused on their goals, right? So if you're out there wondering, what are we going to do? We're going to focus on the goals that you have, right? We're going to try and eliminate your pain, and there's really nothing to worry about. It really just requires good communication between the patient and us as to how we're going to do that and how we agree to do that.
Yeah, you certainly do your part.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we're super excited. Our core purpose is to help people live a strong and pain-free life.
Awesome. It's John Martin with Rehab Advantage of Sports Medicine. Feel free to call on them, go online, check them out. We'll give you all the information on screen now. Thanks for joining us, John.
Thank you, Ron.